because it's raining and there isn't a drop of water to be seen here. And just to get that name, the city is Oita. Life and death struggle right in front of me. Nothing I can do about it. I can't help the fish. This is fish tank drama at its best. And help yourself to some of this stuff. This is a pretty cool menu because every item on it is $2.84. The idea is to press this button here right down to the yellow stripe for the visually impaired. If there's any doubt that Beppu is a thermal area, all you gotta do is look here. Look at this water bubbling out. And that's the story from Beppu. At the JR railway station. And while I've been lauding JR Rail throughout Japan, it seems they ran out of money down here. It's okay, but it's nothing to write home about. This evening I took a train to Oita, which is just 3 stops from Beppu. And just looking around, this is where you buy the automatic tickets. Looking around the station, looks like JR Rail recently spent some serious money here, as the station appears to be new, or fairly new. Large shopping concourse attached here. This is an example in Oita of JR taking charge in the downtown area and revitalizing it. This is the railway station in the foreground, and the yellow line, I take it, outlines the future development here. The city of Oita is only about 15 minutes by train from Beppu, and it's a much bigger city. You can see that by the size of the shopping arcade. It's good to get in here because it's raining and there isn't a drop of water to be seen here. And just to get that name, the city is Oita. So it begs the question, what's the fuss with Beppu when Oita is bigger, more interesting? And the answer lies in the onsens. The onsens are the hot mineral baths that are so frequent in Beppu. I guess there aren't any here. If you want to see different foods, all you gotta do is go to Japan. The variety is pretty impressive. No idea what any of this is. But it all looks good, I think. But I do like Japanese food. The fish. And what I find fascinating are the dried fish. So many varieties of dried fish. And this flaky stuff here, this is dried, I don't know, fish shavings or something. And these sardines all dried up. Endless variety. Here's a variety of things that commuters can grab on their way home. these. That way for more. These eggs look just, I think I'll pass some. I guess people don't have big appetites because the quantities are pretty. Look at those trays, aren't those lovely trays? And help yourself to some of this stuff. Wow, this looks good. It's also different from what we're used to in North America. Tempura, I believe. Just check the list here. See if you can find it. And here outside the railway station in Oita, once again the Japanese art of displaying their meals with these plastic make-believe foods that look so real. And yet for the tourist, I guess for anybody, it's eye candy. And it's easy to select something. But the decor is so authentic. Sake. It's Mitsu Yasora, the name of the restaurant. And here's the kind of tables they have, low tables. Why would they show their toilet? That's ridiculous. But I guess toilets are important. Japanese toilets. Should I talk about that now again? Yeah, they're the absolute best. No, I can't talk about that now. They're more of the Japanese traditional restaurant and menu. Look at that stuff. Delicious. Japanese food is really tasty. Contrary to Southeast Asia, at least that's what my taste buds told me. There's another seafood restaurant, also in the shopping arcade. Tastefully done. Excuse the pun. Let's look at these guys. Life and death struggle right in front of me. Nothing I can do about it. I can't help the fish. Come on, man. Keep pumping. One big burst. Come on. Go. Look at that. That thing is moving closer and closer, though. Look at that one. But he seems to be inside. He is. He's inside a one of those fishnet bags. He can't do anything. His tentacles are all bound up in there. And yet he's got a hold of this poor fish. Unbelievable. Even with that bag around him, he's still got one of his suckers. One of his suckers is caught under that fish. Look at that. If this guy wasn't in that bag, he'd be grabbing everything in sight. One little tentacle can hold that fish. And that fish is going to be history. How about this one here? Wow, this one, look at the eyes on that thing. And, okay, over here is a fish who has succumbed to the tentacle. This is fish tank drama at its best. These guys are vicious. They're the terror of the seas, I guess. Whoa. And these fish are still getting near them. Can you see the big eye in that thing? There. Huge eyes. There. This drama was brought to you from the Isorokoyokuya, an interesting seafood restaurant with a delightful menu selection, heavy on sushi, and other seafood. We are very close to the Pacific Ocean here. We're right on it, as a matter of fact, so seafood is big. What's particularly nice about this restaurant is the inside. Let's see if I can just have a peek here. Notice what the hell is going on here? Notice the partitions where people are dining. They've got the curtains. The seafood restaurant is located right in the middle of the shopping arcade in Oita. Those famous shopping arcades that are the trademark of almost every city in Japan. All over. Right down to the yellow stripe for the visually impaired. This is private dining. First of all, take your shoes off. And then you got your own private cubicle. What could go wrong? All right, so let's see what they got here. This is a pretty cool menu because every item on it is $2.84. So this salad looks okay here for $2.84. Vegetables $2.84. That looks good. Let's see, now some tempura chicken, that would be nice. Skewers, broiling. Hey, how about some hot dogs? Ah, here's some chicken. Have some of that. Oh, look at the potatoes. I'd love to have potatoes. Haven't had that in a long time. I guess I'll go for the chicken. Hey, they even have French fries. Quite a menu, isn't it? Alright, let's pick something. I think when you're ready to go, the idea is to press this button here to tell the waiter that you're ready. And of course you have your chopsticks and always a wet towel to start with to wipe your hands. If you like udon noodles, Japan is the place for you. This restaurant specializes in udon dishes. What's he doing with that giant fish net? Ah, it goes from the net into the bowl. That's pretty good. How fresh can it get? Look at that utensil he's got there. These guys are working like hell. I got no idea what I'm going to pick as usual. And here's a bakery. Who would have guessed it? A bakery. Have some lovely, interesting products. Uh-oh, I'm trapped. There's no way out. They're gonna get me. There's got to be a door to get out. Look at this decent looking bread in Japan. I haven't seen that yet. Just grab your tray, make your selection, and get out. What am I going to do to get out? I'll just pretend I'm not here and go. Bye. If you're not into Japanese food, there's always the Italian Tomato Cafe. They are a chain throughout Japan. I think at least I've seen them in the parts I've been in, south of Tokyo. And they have Italian food. Who'd have thunk it? They have Italian food. And yeah, if you don't like Japanese food, there's always this. That's the story from Oita, as I'm zeroing in on the Family Mart here. The Family Mart, one of the many convenience stores here. Convenience stores? Yes, convenience stores. One of the many convenience stores here. It's 5 minutes after 9 and I'm heading back to Beppu. And the Japanese infrastructure is still getting quite a workout, as you can see.